pancakes that come in the size of pizzas, cheese stores that'll have you wanting to ship wedges back home, and a sailboat you really have to sleep on to get the true Amsterdam experience. Those are my must-dos for this world-renowned Dutch city. Oh, and the Anne Frank house. And the stroopwafels. Oh, and the red light district. Now that I think of it, there's so much more. If you only have 2 days to enjoy all the options, it's possible. It'll be a wild 2 days, but also a whole lot of fun. At least that was my experience, and we have all the tips to make sure you maximize the time you have to spend in the city they call the Venice of the North. The one thing I feel everyone visiting Amsterdam must see is the Anne Frank house. It's just that profound, and the most critical thing for you to know about it is that tickets typically sell out for it well in advance, so be sure you secure those as soon as you can. You can get them online at the museum website, and they're released every Tuesday for visits 6 weeks later. Plan everything else you do in Amsterdam around this, because it's that important. We paid for our entry and then paid extra for the 30-minute introductory session beforehand. I highly recommend you do the same. It'll give you so much more insight into what they went through in the building, not just the families hiding in the attic, but also the people putting their lives on the line to help them. Once you know you have that set up, find a place to stay, and I suggest you check out options on boats, which to me is the epitome of Amsterdam. I found one on Airbnb that worked out wonderfully. It wasn't as close as I would have liked to the nightlife in Amsterdam, but it was close enough that we were able to walk to the city center when we were exploring. Actually, we did nearly everything on foot throughout Amsterdam. The city is famous for its bicycles, but we steered clear of those for our adventures, mainly because we wanted the freedom of just popping in any store we walked by, without the hassle of locking up a bike outside. One other way we did get around was on the canal hop-on, hop-off boat. It's nice to just sit back and take in the sights as you float along, and it'll also help you get around to the other sections of the city you want to explore. There were spots we knew we had to see, and jumping on and off the boat made that much easier. We fueled up on the famous pancakes that everyone told us we just had to have, and they were not wrong. But what no one else told us was just how huge these pancakes were. Seriously, they're the size of a large pizza, and just as hearty, with pretty much whatever food you want thrown on top. Oh, and the fries they sell are phenomenal. They're served and wrapped up like an ice cream cone, and the vendors will add a variety of toppings of your choosing. There are also cheese shops on every other corner, and it's perfect to buy a small wedge and take it down to Wandelpark, the open-air park nearby, to enjoy with your favorite beverage. The city is set up in concentric rings, spreading out from Dam Square to Amsterdam Central Station, where you step out and are treated to a grand view of the city, where the Flemish architecture full of details will catch your eye. The canals and bicycles are the signature look of Amsterdam, though, and you'll have a tough time not taking photos from every vantage point. We loved meandering through the different sections of the city, finding our way in Leeds-Plain, packed with more expensive shops and restaurants, to the famed red light district that offers up all kinds of entertainment you just don't see in other cities, at least not on display in the way it is here. There are all kinds of museums around Amsterdam, from the Van Gogh Museum featuring his famous creations to the Prostitution Museum, where you can learn more about one of the oldest professions of all time. If you're feeling adventurous, Amsterdam offers up coffee shops where they sell much more than coffee. If you've ever wanted to try mushrooms or truffles now, this is the place to do it, and they sell options for every tolerance level, from a first-timer to the other end of the extreme. Even their famous stroopwafels, which are kind of a cookie, are sold with THC in some shops. Of course, there are many, many more things you can do while visiting the city, but that's about all we were able to pack into just a couple days. There really is something for everyone in Amsterdam, whether you're looking for a fun-filled party weekend or a romantic getaway with the one you love. It's a vibrant city with a variety of things to explore, including stunning architecture, historical landmarks, eclectic bars, and delicious eateries. And some very cool boats on all of its winding canals, where you can relax and refresh, so you can get up and do it all again the next day.